Welcome to Letting Go University. Which way are you going? Today we're looking at lesson 317. I follow in the way appointed me. You notice ego desires and all the ways it wants to go, and how they're oftentimes in so much conflict with each other. Well, I want this, which also says I don't want that, but I want this, and if I go for this, then I'm not going to get that. And then, I might be missing out on this. Maybe I want this. Let me go over here. And then I'll just forget about that. You ever have a goal and you start moving towards it, and then something else comes up that seems flashy and attractive at the time, and then you get totally distracted and you let that go? I mean, I've let go of some huge goals getting distracted by other goals. And there's all this confusion, and then I don't know what to decide, and am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing? All of this comes from trying to do it separate from God. This whole Letting Go University thing started when I made my number one goal to let go and let God. A week later, despite a lot of resistance and a lot of doubt, I'd wanted to start this for some time, and that became my number one priority. And all of a sudden, sessions were happening twice a day, every day. And we've been going for about 2 years now, from like 60 sessions a month to 140 sessions a month. And it just keeps going. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be. Though, what is our way that has been appointed for us? Are we choosing the ego's appointments for us in their temporary limitation of, okay, I'm going to get this money, I'm going to get this person, I'm going to get this body, I'm going to have some temporary sense of security, some temporary sense of control, some temporary sense of love? Or are we choosing the way and following the way that has been appointed us, which may not be in our conscious awareness? Why would I not follow in the way appointed me? Fear, a sense of separation from God, from Christ, from the Holy Spirit, feeling that I'm alone in the universe, wandering, confused, scared. There is a way that has been appointed you. Will you follow it? Will you follow it? Could you surrender the fear? Could you surrender the confusion? And could you release the resistance to faith, love, trust? I'm going to go ahead and read the lesson, and then we'll do a session based on the prayer of today. Lesson 317, I follow in the way appointed me. I have a special place to fill, a role for me alone. You have a special place to fill, a role for you alone. Salvation waits until I take this part as what I choose to do. Salvation waits until you take this part as what you choose to do. Until I make this choice, I am the slave of time and human destiny. Until you make this choice, you are the slave of time and human destiny. But when I willingly and gladly go the way my Father's plan appointed me to go, then will I recognize salvation is already here, already given all my brothers, and already mine as well. When you willingly and gladly go the way your Father's plan appointed you to go, then will you recognize salvation is already here, already given all your brothers, and already yours as well. The prayer of today. Father, your way is what I choose today. Where it would lead me, do I choose to go? What it would have me do, I choose to do. Your way is certain, and the end is secure. The memory of you awaits me there, and all my sorrows end in your embrace, which you have promised to your Son, who thought mistakenly that he had wandered from the sure protection of your loving arms. So let's begin letting go by just looking at, are we choosing the ego's way or God's way? Our Father's way, our true way, not separate from what you are, but your Father's way, and you have not left your source. So do you choose God's way, your way, God's will, your will, as one today? And notice anything that comes up. Is there any fear, any doubt, any sense that your will and God's will is separate? Your way and God's way are different courses? Could you just allow up any feelings, any thoughts, but letting the thoughts drift by, noticing the feeling? Do you choose God's way today? Your Father's way, your highest self's way. And could you allow any feeling that's stirring there? Just let that do its thing without trying to change it, modify it. Letting the thoughts go by. Just being with this feeling, aware of it just for now. And could you let it go? Would you let it go? When could you let it go? And just choose the way your Father has for you today. And the question, where does it lead me? What would it have me do? Would you go where your Father's way leads you? Would you do what it would have you do? Now remember, fear is a stranger. What's afraid? The ego's afraid, not you. So, in going where you're led, in the way you're appointed you, in doing what you do in the way you're appointed you, is there any fear or doubt in your Father's appointed way for you? Going that way, doing that? Could you allow up any resistance to just going in the way appointed you, following in the way appointed you? What comes up in this awareness is fear and doubt. It could be anything for you. Just allowing that feeling up. There might be some thoughts. Could you just let them go by and dive into this feeling? Light it up. Could you just let that feeling run, maybe float with it? There seems to be something I might label as fear. Or whatever it is, could you just be aware of, float with that feeling, nothing to change about it, nothing to modify. When we fight the feelings, we claim they're real and they stay stuck. Could you just float with it? Maybe dive deeper. Just going into that feeling. It's just an ego survival program, by the way. It's not necessary for you and your appointed way. Could you release it? Would you release this feeling? When could you release this feeling and follow in the way appointed you, going where it takes you, doing what it has you do? I follow in the way appointed me. That way is certain, the end secure. The way appointed you is certain, and the end secure. And that's a nice idea. What happens when we acknowledge the certainty and security of God's way for us? Well, everything other than that will come up. To be surrendered. Could you notice any uncertainty, any sense of insecurity in following the way appointed you by your Father? And that's okay without judging it, moralizing about it. Could you just allow that up? Could you welcome the feeling of uncertainty or insecurity? It's anxiety, worry. It's all forms of fear, which are all ego survival programs. Could you just let that stuff unstick, stir it up, light it up, feel that feeling? And the thoughts are resistance to just feeling this feeling and surrendering it. Could you let the thoughts go and just sit with, be aware of, light up this feeling, any uncertainty, any insecurity that's imagined and following the way appointed you. Could you let that feeling run without trying to change it, modify it? The thoughts keep popping up, just letting them float away without grabbing at them, just letting those go, letting this feeling run, just dissolving this insecurity, this uncertainty. Could you surrender that to God? Just turn it over to your Father. Would you surrender uncertainty, insecurity? For your way is certain and the end secure. Could you just surrender anything other than that, just turning it over? Doesn't mean it goes right away. Just surrendering it. Insecurity, uncertainty. Seems to be some here. Just feeling it, surrendering it, turning it over. When could you surrender the ego's programs of uncertainty and insecurity and rest in certainty and security in the way you've been appointed to go, what you've been appointed to do, and following that? Now, you are God's son, following in the way appointed you. And it's okay. Perhaps you thought mistakenly that somehow you had wandered from the sure protection of God's loving embrace. Did you ever get that sense that somehow God's out there and not caring for you, not loving you, on your going your appointed way? And could you just notice any sense of separation from God that would deny His loving arms around you? Again, fear, uncertainty, anxiety, worry. These are only possible if I imagine I'm somehow separate from my source. So could you just allow that up? Let any of that come up, any fear or any variation of that. Just opening it up, allowing it, not fighting it, claiming it's real. Maybe it's just a feeling. Could you go within, just checking out this feeling, experiencing it, and letting it go? Nothing to rush, nothing to struggle through, just experiencing a feeling and turning it over, letting it go. Could you let go of any sense that you've wandered away from God and rest in His loving embrace? Would you let go of any sense of separation from your Father as you go the way appointed for you? When could you let go of this feeling and rest in His loving embrace? I follow in the way appointed me. In that choice, I rest in the certainty and security of knowing my Father is with me, and all my sorrows end in that knowing, and I walk where He would have me go. I do what He would have me do, in love and knowing of salvation for myself and my brothers is done. Well done, releasing, and have the best day in His loving embrace, following the way appointed.